Katseye's alleged boyfriends and fans being weird, but with Sophia being shady, fans worried about K-pop Demon Hunter's success, New Jeans, Everglow, Somi, and so much more in today's episode of Totally Legit K-pop News with me, Angelina. So if you're interested, please keep on watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and share this video with friends you don't have. And without further ado, let's get into today's video. So Katseye's Megan and Daniela have been a topic of conversation recently because fans believe they have hard launched, soft launched their alleged boyfriends. There was this clip going around of Megan with a guy's arm around her, and then a photographer posted this photo that the two posed for, seemingly at a party with other Katseye members. A fan posted a clip of Daniela blowing kisses to them while walking with this guy who was holding her purse. So keep in mind, this has not been officially confirmed, though Megan did take to Weverse, where she said, "Let's be nice. Twitter is going crazy, lol, but thank you guys for being so supportive. Lala was absolutely amazing." So a lot of people think this was in reference to people being mean to her boyfriend, her alleged boyfriend on Twitter. A lot of people talking about his looks. A lot of fans joking about being protective over the girls, but some taking it a little far. As they both seem to be public figures, people of course have found their accounts. So at least for Daniela's alleged boyfriend, fans have been flooding his comment section. What did bro do to deserve her? Daniela's mine. Take care of my daughter, okay? So he's the reason why Danny's straight, huh? Guess this is my new dad or whatever. You're the reason Danny isn't with me. These comments are spread across Instagram, TikTok, and he even liked this one comment saying, "Can we just talk about music and forget the Jonah and Daniela rumors? His music literally saved me. Now my mom is annoyed with how much I play his songs." Now it seems fans are calling out this fan behavior, deeming it embarrassing. Treat Danny well. In that man's comments, oh gosh. Few Danny comments under his TikToks for a while now. I just hope it doesn't get any weirder now that they've been seen together. The way icons are in that guy's comments, I am embarrassed for this fandom. Like, either like his music or just don't go be in his comments wanting to fight him because he's dating Danny. Like, it's embarrassing. Get a grip. Treat Danny well. In his comments, you're corny. I made a short about this, so let's read some comments. I love that non-Delulu fans exist to call out the stalkers. When will fans understand that their idols won't be single forever? I've got to say it, gang, no matter how badly icons try to separate themselves from K-pop stans, it's not going to work. This is peak K-pop stan behavior. Maybe this is so out of touch. I'm literally in a K-pop bubble, okay? When a Western artist is seen with a guy, are fans not annoying? Because I feel like, yes, K-pop stans have a reputation. Yes, I've, personally experienced the brunt of it, but good times. Are mainstream pop stans really not that bad? Are we kidding ourselves here? Let's fight about this in the comments. I'm like saying that and like remembering everything a K-pop stan has ever done to me, and I'm like, I don't know, but I literally don't know. We don't even know if they're dating or not. These could just be random guys. They want Katseye to not be like K-pop idols, but can't even let them have a normal dating life. Also, since they haven't made anything official, imagine how awkward it must be to go on a casual date with someone only to get harassed by the delusional fans. I didn't think of that. That's true, right? Like trying to go on a date with somebody and it's casual, and then all of a sudden it's K-pop official or mainstream. Like, again, tell me, are mainstream pop fans really not that bad? I'm trying to think of like a mainstream couple. Like, are people not terrible to Travis Kelce? And I'm not saying that as in like they're terrible. I don't know. I'm like genuinely asking. Thankfully, I've only seen fans be supportive and be happy for her and say he's a handsome dude and it makes sense the two ended up together. It's really refreshing, honestly. Take me to your side of the internet. It's nice to see people speaking up against these behaviors. They aren't fans, they're crossing a line. At least people are calling these creeps out. Glad people are stopping these people over a supposed relationship. But honestly, on the conversation of you want them to, or you don't accept them as K-pop, or like they're not a K-pop group, it is a very interesting conversation to have, right? Because I recently watched Popstar Academy and like they were inseparable from K-pop almost, right? The point was to remove the K from K-pop and make it global, but you present a group to K-pop stans almost exclusively, right? And then there's these K-pop expectations, and then all of a sudden things aren't exactly adhering to K-pop expectations anymore. It's really interesting to witness. These fans have a K-pop mindset for real. Y'all, I swear it's the icons from after Gnarly era. We weren't all like this. Makes me laugh. Why is Katseye not labeled K-pop if they keep trying to make them K-pop shaped? US shipping culture between celebs may have slowed down a little since the 90s, but Jelena is still somehow strong in 2025. Superfans need to go outside and touch grass. Daniela and Megan are never going to know your names, let alone date you. Definitely let me know your thoughts about it, because it has been very interesting to see how Katseye are navigating these K-pop spaces while not being a K-pop group. And from my perspective, it looks like they're furthering themselves from K-pop more and more with each comeback. I mentioned this in my podcast episode. You know, there's definitely a difference between Touch Katseye and Gnarly Katseye. But yeah. Did Katseye Sophia shade BLACKPINK? So more with some Katseye news. MTV's account on TikTok actually posted this video of Sophia Wiley talking about Katseye, and then she mentions BLACKPINK. So we're gonna watch the video and then I'll recapitulate it for you in case it gets removed. In this video, do you know what I mean? Copyright claims, whatever.
I love Katseye. I watch every one of their videos. They just performed at Lollapalooza. My girls are going crazy. And BLACKPINK, I love you. Even though you're giving us nothing right now, I love you still.
So she's praising Katseye and then randomly mentions BLACKPINK, saying, I love you, even though you're giving us nothing, I still love you always. So fans weren't happy with that in and of itself, right? Like, why bring up BLACKPINK like that? Why say that they're giving us nothing? So some people think she's talking about like performance-wise, they're giving us nothing. But then others are saying, well, no, she's talking about release-wise. Like they're giving us nothing release-wise. They gave us one song. Here's some responses. We can praise women without dragging others. Why is that so hard to do? There's absolutely no reason to mention BLACKPINK. We are very disappointed by how unprofessional you are and for showing disrespect to the girls. Please do better and be professional. The least thing y'all could do is show any respect to the Pinks. Yeah, I'm gonna start assuming Hive is actually paying people at this point. This isn't the first time someone is praising Katseye and quickly shading BP unprovoked. There's a pattern here with celebrities praising a specific girl group while bringing down BLACKPINK. This is not the first time when we all know who is behind this. So some people even accusing Hive of being behind this. There was a screenshot going around of Sophia of Katseye apparently liking this post. So then Sophia started getting backlash for seemingly agreeing with what was said. And Sophia from Katseye liked this post about this woman being shady AF towards BLACKPINK. What the hell? A Katseye member just liked that Instagram post. You've literally got to be kidding me right now. I think there's definitely two ways of viewing this, right? On one hand, BLACKPINK is giving us nothing, as in for the amount of time they've been active as a group, we haven't received a lot of music. And you have to admit, that is a huge thing that Blinks complain about. We want a full album. We want more. We want something. We don't want years-long hiatus all the time. But then on the other hand, there are people thinking like they're giving us nothing because especially BLACKPINK have been receiving a lot of criticism towards their performances recently. A lot of influencers with a lot of followers, even making fun of their performances. So it can be a very touchy subject for Blinks. I guess also a third camp of people who are like, well, yeah, like I get what you mean. They're giving us nothing release-wise, but it's inappropriate to say it in the context of praising Katseye. So I'd love to know what you think of it. You know, if we switch the story to like, look at these celebrities calling out YG Entertainment rather. No, Blinks, that's not an angle Blinks like from personal experience, but I'm curious to know what you think about it. Do you think it's inappropriate? Do you think it's actually quite tame? Let me know your thoughts. What does Lara have against this cookie? So this random person on TikTok made Katseye as crumble cookies. Crumble cookie ideas. So let's take a look at these cookies. We have Daniela, rich, warm, full of flair, cinnamon coffee cookie, dulce de leche cream. Yunche, bold Yunche, chewy matcha cookie, vanilla bean cream. Megan, sublime Megan, soft black tea cookie, lychee cream center. Manon, sleek, chic Manon, hazelnut chocolate cookie, smooth, dark chocolate ganache. Sophia, vibrant sunny Sophia, soft coconut lime cookie cream, mango, pineapple curd. Lara, subtle, graceful presence, cardamom sugar cookie, rose flavored white chocolate ganache. So Lara was not happy with this cookie, and a lot of people in the comments were also not happy with some of the cookies, especially since they seem to be AI generated on top of everything. But Lara basically said on Weaver, she posted the TikTok and wrote, literally no. I hate white chocolate. I am not subtle. Get me right. And a sugar cookie. And she even posted a voice memo about it saying no, literally no, talking about how upset she is about this. She claims she wants something daring and bold. Quote, white chocolate, a boring sugar cookie. She even says get into the hibiscus of it all. Cookie just didn't capture her essence as a person. So fans have been discussing that as well. Of course, let me know your thoughts about the story, but if you were going to make maybe I don't know if I want to ask this. Sometimes the ideas can get a little reductive, if you know what I mean. But if you maybe we'll skip this question actually. K-pop Demon Hunters Golden has reached #1 on the Billboard Hot 100 charts. And they've been making history, especially with this one, where it's the first song by a female K-pop act to top the chart. Huntrix is now the first girl group of any genre to claim the #1 spot since Destiny's Child, surpassing even the Pussycat Dolls, Fifth Harmony, and Little Mix. So fans were initially so happy with all the success that K-pop Demon Hunters was receiving, but now the conversation has turned into, well, isn't this just going to encourage the industry towards AI? Keep in mind, Huntrix is not AI. There are real human voices behind Huntrix. They're just animated. They're a fictitious group. But regardless, this has been a conversation. Y'all realize this is one step towards AI completely taking over the music industry as well, right? With the community note saying the animated group Huntrix are not AI and simply not the first fictional animated group to chart. The Archies went #1 in 1969 with Sugar Sugar, so it's very misleading to consider a group sung by real individuals and crafted by animators to be considered as such. This is really about to start having K-pop companies debuting more virtual groups. I fear for the music industry for real. The Pussycat Dolls couldn't do it. Danity Kane couldn't do it. Fifth Harmony couldn't do it. But an animated K-pop group went to #1. From there, one of the voices behind Huntrix, Ray Ami, tweeted this: EJ, Audrey, Nuna, and I are not AI. Are you dumb? Even responding to this comment, OMG, what are these people thinking? They're not thinking. That's the problem. Her heater is literally, I don't support stupid. She made another tweet and one of the responses is so funny. I made your photo cards and this is the photo. I know for sure there's been a huge conversation surrounding K-pop Demon Hunters because people are like, certain K-pop groups can't even achieve that. How did a song from a movie do it? And then with the whole AI conversation, it's definitely been very interesting. So of course, let me know your thoughts. Let's move on to Kpop Shenanigans, which are basically fun little things that have happened in K-pop recently, and or quick news. BLACKPINK are reportedly having a fall comeback. You know the boy who cried wolf? This is like the YG who cried comeback. By now it's just like not registering anymore. So basically an insider said BLACKPINK has to release an album within the year. The original goal was to release it in October, but the schedule has been changed. They plan to release it in November and if possible perform on stage. And then YG basically just said that they'll announce it through official promotions. Adore has removed New Jeans from their website. It seems that Adore's website has been changed to an audition page. Previously it featured New Jeans and now it doesn't. This has led fans to one of two conclusions. One being, oh my god, New Jeans are free. And number two, they're quite far from free. Actually, they're being blacklisted. A new Japanese group is debuting called Everglow. And this is their logo. So of course, fans were not happy about that. They were calling out the company being like, there's already a group called Everglow and the logo is a little too similar here. Well, it seems the company heard the backlash and they responded. We sincerely apologize for the discomfort and inconvenience caused by the name and logo design used by our group. The term Everglow is something I, as the producer, have cherished for about 10 years and have frequently used in my personal activities. For the launch of this group, I adopted the same name. Regarding the logo design, I envisioned the Ever as part of an infinity motif, and as a result, it ended up resembling another design. It was never our intention to imitate. However, due to the insufficient prior research and lack of consideration regarding the existing group and its fans, the situation occurred. I deeply apologize once again for causing concern and inconvenience to many people. We have immediately ceased using the problematic name and logo and are moving forward with creating a new name and logo. I deeply regret having damaged the trust of those involved and those who wish to support our group. We will work earnestly towards regaining trust as soon as possible. So I have a question. If you're going to debut a group, if you're a company with funds to even do that, like hell, if I were going to debut a group, I would assume I have lawyers. I would assume I have a lot of backing. And this is just an assumption. I'm just asking a question, okay? Wouldn't you Google if the name is taken? Like if another group has the name? To me, my personal opinion, this seems like a marketing strategy because now a lot of people know about this potential group, right? People are going to be like, well, what's the new name of the group? And they're going to be interested in that. And maybe they'll stick around to hear the music. I don't know. Somi has been receiving backlash for apparently using AI in her music video. What's up with the heavy use of AI? Someone she waited ages for a comeback and the Black label puts in barely any effort? Oh, okay, Somi, you deserve better. Me playing this like it's not a music video and won't get copyright claimed for it. Listen, some of these faces are weird, okay? Stray Kids Changbin donated 100 million won to Samsung Medical Center in Seoul for his birthday. 17 donated $250,000 to UNESCO in honor of International Youth Day. Idol's Mini is going to star in the Thai remake of 50 First Dates. I have seen this movie like 800 times. I definitely would love to watch this. Zero Base One is in talks of extending their contracts. New Jeans Daniela and Park Bo-gum were spotted running together. It seems that they're part of a running club. On that note of New Jeans, it seems that they won a harassment case against a YouTuber. The verdict requires A, to pay 5 million Korean won to Minji, Daniela, and Hani, and to pay 7 million won to Hidden and Haein. But with that, let's move on to our comment response section, okay? I keep receiving similar comments on my shorts saying, well, actually sometimes on my main channel videos as well, basically saying like, why don't you share your opinion? Girl, will you ever see an actual opinion? Do you have no morals of your own? Why don't you ever say, this is my opinion, now what's your opinion? Your shorts are never useful or insightful, only just reading headlines and asking our thoughts. It's not your content if there's no part of you in it. Might as well be an AI vid. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I not like wake up early, put on freaking makeup and do my hair, sit down and film the whole goddamn thing after researching it for you? Just so you could tell me I might as well be AI? I swear to God. First of all, no offense to these specific creators, but I've literally seen creators who just sit there and don't say anything and they'll have like a video playing above them. They don't say a word and YouTube doesn't care. I don't know how they don't get flagged for reused content because they're literally not doing anything. And you're gonna comment this to me? I am so careful not to use somebody else's content too much. You'll see I'm always talking about copyright. Always so careful with what I say because somehow my channel suffers. Sure, in my shorts I'm not really sharing my opinion. And you know what? I actually dare you to share your opinion in a K-pop space and come out unscathed. Girl, I've found myself on Twitter way too much. And it's not that I don't share my opinion. I do. I just sometimes my opinion isn't required. Like, I'm here with you in the flesh. I'm speaking from my own mouth. I just find it funny because like when I do share my opinion, all hell breaks loose. It's actually the worst thing in the world. I started a podcast channel. Go subscribe, by the way, if you want more of my opinion. But also sometimes it's not pleasant because I could say something like, I talk about this in the next podcast episode, so if you hear it repeating, it's probably the AI prompt. Obviously a joke. But like I could say something like, oh, Katseye had a rebrand, and people are like, you're a clout chaser. You are stupid for thinking that. These are just your silly thoughts. Katseye didn't have a rebrand. Rebrand is actually offensive to say, and I hate you. And it's like, oh, yeah, that's why people don't share their opinions on K-pop, because K-pop fans are rabid. And yet I'm still stupid enough to do it, so I don't know what to tell you. But I'm glad we could clear that up. Obviously, this isn't the majority opinion. It's just a few comments here and there. But I like to just get it off my chest, respond in a funny way. Like, honestly, if it were comments that like deeply affected me, I probably wouldn't be responding to them in the first place. I just find it fun. Just before anyone's like taking it too seriously, it's just for fun to get it off my chest. I reckon that is basically it for today's video. Thank you so much for joining me. Don't forget to like, comment, and share this video with friends you don't have. These are the lovely individuals who help support my channel on a monthly basis. It means the world to me. Thank you so much. And as for me, I'm gonna get going, so I'll see you guys next time. Bye. There's also instances where I don't know what my opinion is. I don't want to share something I'm not super confident in. And then if I share that opinion that I'm not super confident in, and then other people are like, oh, but did you consider this? Well, no, they're not going to say, did you consider this? It would actually be people trashing me for not considering something else. And then I'm like, well, maybe I just shouldn't.